Have you ever asked yourself why some people can take action while others remain paralyzed by fear, procrastination, or indecision? This isn't just a casual question, it is a profound one that goes right to the heart of our human experience. It's the very essence of Stoicism, a philosophy of personal ethics informed by a system of logic and views on the natural world. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we can't. It encourages us to have the courage to change and the wisdom to accept. But most importantly, it emboldens us to take action, to not just dream but to do, to not just think but to act, to not just plan but to execute. The power of a question then is not in its asking but in its answering. And as we navigate through the lessons of Stoicism, we find the answers that empower us to act. Today, we dive into the Stoic philosophy to uncover the wisdom that can help us all take action more effectively. The first Stoic lesson is about acceptance of reality. A simple statement, yet it carries a profound truth that can revolutionize how we approach life. Stoics believe in embracing the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. This isn't about resignation or defeat. Rather, it's about understanding the nature of things and finding peace within that understanding. It's about looking at the world with clear, unclouded eyes and recognizing that wishing things were different doesn't make them so. Imagine a tree in the middle of a storm. The tree doesn't wish for the storm to stop. It doesn't yearn for the sun to shine. It simply stands tall, rooted in the earth, bending with the wind, accepting the rain. The tree understands its reality and adapts accordingly. This is the essence of Stoic acceptance. But how does this acceptance drive us to take action? Well, think of it this way. If you're standing in the rain, wishing for the sun won't dry you off, but accepting you're wet could drive you to seek shelter or put on a raincoat. In this way, acceptance isn't passive, it's a catalyst for action. When we accept reality, we free ourselves from the burden of unfulfillable wishes and unattainable ideals. We're able to see clearly what's in front of us, and this clarity allows us to make better decisions, to take more effective action. Consider the challenges you face in your life. Accepting them doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're acknowledging their existence, their reality, and in doing so you empower yourself to confront them head-on, to take action towards overcoming them. So the next time you find yourself wishing things were different, remember the Stoic lesson of acceptance. See the world as it is. Embrace your reality, because only when you do, you can focus on what truly matters, on what you can control. By accepting reality, we can focus on what we can control and take the necessary steps forward. And with each step, no matter how small, we're moving closer to our goals, becoming the architects of our own destiny, shaping our future with the strength of our actions. The second Stoic lesson is about focusing on what you can control. Now, this might sound like a simple concept, but it's a profound one that can drastically alter the way you approach life. The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome believed that our lives are largely shaped by external events, but our reactions to these events are entirely within our control. This is a fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy. It's about recognizing the difference between the things you can change and the things you cannot. Imagine a situation where you're stuck in traffic. You have two options. You can either let the frustration get to you, or you can accept the situation for what it is and use the time to listen to an audiobook or practice deep breathing. The traffic is beyond your control, but your reaction to it is not. The same is true of larger life circumstances. You can't control the economy or the actions of others, but you can control how you respond to these things. You can choose to fret and worry, or you can choose to take action where you can and accept what you cannot change. This is not about resignation or passivity, but about directing your energy and attention towards areas where you can make a difference. It's about understanding that while you can't control the waves, you can learn to surf. This Stoic lesson is especially relevant in our fast-paced, ever-changing world. We are often inundated with news and information that can cause us to feel overwhelmed or helpless. But by focusing on what we can control, our actions, our attitudes, our responses, we can navigate these turbulent times with a sense of calm and purpose. This is not just a philosophical concept, but a practical one. It is a tool we can use to become more effective in our actions, more resilient in the face of adversity, and ultimately more at peace with the world and ourselves. By focusing on what we can control, we can take more effective action and avoid unnecessary stress. The third Stoic lesson is about the value of time. Time, as the Stoics understood it, is one of our most precious and limited resources. It's a non-renewable gem that once spent can never be reclaimed. This isn't meant to alarm or depress you, but rather to inspire a sense of urgency, a desire to make the most of each fleeting moment. In the Stoic view, the clock is always ticking, and each second that passes is a second that we'll never get back. This is not a pessimistic outlook, but rather a call to appreciate the present moment and to use it wisely. The Stoics urged us to consider the impermanence of life not as a gloomy inevitability, but as a motivating force. In the grand tapestry of the universe, our individual lives are but a blink, a brief flash of existence. Recognizing this can help us avoid wasting time on trivial matters and instead focus on actions that truly matter to us. It's a call to live in the moment, to be fully present and to take meaningful action. The Stoics believed that procrastination is a form of arrogance, a false assumption that we will always have more time. But the truth is, we don't know how much time we have. Therefore, we should treat each moment as if it could be our last, not in a morose way, but in a way that inspires us to live fully and authentically. This is not about rushing through life in a frantic hurry, but rather about using time wisely and effectively. It's about prioritizing what is truly important and taking steps every day towards our goals, however small those steps might be. Time is the canvas upon which we paint our lives. It's the stage on which we perform, and the Stoics believed that we should strive to make our performance the best it can be, not for the applause of others, but for the satisfaction of knowing that we have lived in accordance with our values and principles. By recognizing the value of time, we can be more motivated to take action and make the most of each moment. The fourth Stoic lesson is about the power of self-discipline. Now, self-discipline might seem like a daunting term, but it's really about building habits, about creating your own rules and sticking to them. Stoics believed that self-discipline is the key to taking consistent action, the key to unlocking the potential within us. Consider self-discipline as your personal trainer, pushing you to take action when you'd rather sit back and relax. It's that inner voice that tells you to keep going when the road gets tough. It's not about denying yourself pleasures, but about choosing long-term gain over short-term satisfaction. Stoics saw self-discipline as a means to overcome obstacles. When you cultivate self-discipline, you are training yourself to face challenges head-on. You're equipping yourself with the tools to navigate through life's ups and downs. Imagine you're on a journey towards a mountain peak. There will be moments when the path is steep, when the weather is harsh, and when you feel like giving up. But with self-discipline, you keep moving forward, step by step, until you reach the summit. That's the power of self-discipline. It's about staying the course, even when the journey gets tough. And here's the beautiful part. Self-discipline isn't just for the big goals. It applies to every aspect of our lives. It's about making your bed every morning, about finishing that book you started, about eating a healthy meal instead of grabbing fast food. It's these small daily actions that compound over time and lead to significant changes in our lives. Stoicism teaches us that self-discipline is not a punishment, but a path to freedom. It's freedom from the chaos of indecisiveness, from the regret of missed opportunities, and from the disappointment of unfulfilled potential. By cultivating self-discipline, we can ensure consistent action towards our goals, regardless of external circumstances. In the words of the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus, no man is free who is not a master of himself. So let's master our actions, let's master our lives, let's cultivate the power of self-discipline. The final Stoic lesson is about embracing failure, a notion that may seem counterintuitive to many of us. We've been conditioned to avoid failure, to fear it, to see it as a sign of weakness. But from a Stoic perspective, failure isn't something to be feared or avoided. Rather, it's an opportunity for growth, a stepping stone towards success. Stoicism, a philosophy that thrived in the ancient world, teaches us that failure is an integral part of life. It's a natural consequence of taking action, of trying new things, of pushing our boundaries. And while it may not feel pleasant, failure holds invaluable lessons. It's a teacher, a guide, a catalyst for change. Consider this. Every time we fail, we learn something new. We gain a better understanding of what doesn't work, and in doing so, we get one step closer to discovering what does. We are given the chance to reflect, to reassess, to sharpen our strategy. We are presented with an opportunity to build resilience, to develop grit, to strengthen our character. Embracing failure means recognizing its value, its potential to propel us forward. It means letting go of the fear of making mistakes, of the fear of judgment, of the fear of not being perfect. It means accepting that it's okay to stumble, to fall, to get it wrong, because every stumble is a chance to rise stronger, every fall a chance to stand taller, every wrong a chance to make it right. So how do we put this Stoic lesson into practice? We start by changing our mindset. Instead of dreading failure, we welcome it. We see it not as a dead end, but as a detour, a redirection. We use it as a tool for self-improvement, for fostering resilience, for fueling progress. Let's remember that success isn't a straight line. It's a winding path filled with ups and downs, with triumphs and failures. And it's those failures, those missteps, those blunders that ultimately shape our journey, that ultimately lead us to our destination. By embracing failure, we can overcome fear, learn from our mistakes, and take more decisive action. This is the essence of Stoicism, the wisdom of centuries distilled into a single powerful lesson. A lesson that can transform our lives if we choose to embrace it. Now the question remains, how do we apply these Stoic lessons to our everyday lives? Let's start with the first lesson, acceptance of reality. To apply this, we need to stop resisting what we cannot change. If it's raining outside when you planned a picnic, don't waste energy being frustrated. Accept it and adapt. Make indoor plans or reschedule. This is the essence of Stoicism. The second lesson is focusing on what we can control. To put this into practice, always ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, let it go. If it is, then it's up to you to take action. Maybe you can't control the traffic, but you can control when you leave for work. The third lesson is about the value of time. Treat every moment as precious. This doesn't mean rushing around, but rather being present and making the most of each moment. Turn off the TV and read a book, or engage in conversation with a loved one. Make your time count. The fourth lesson is self-discipline. This is about making choices that align with your long-term goals, even if they're not the most comfortable or easiest in the moment. So if you're aiming to get fit, choose the morning run over the extra hour in bed. The fifth lesson is embracing failure. Remember, failure is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity for growth. So when you stumble, don't beat yourself up. Learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. To sum up, applying these Stoic lessons to everyday life is about shifting your perspective and making conscious choices. It's about recognizing what's within your control and focusing your energy there. It's about valuing your time and using it wisely. It's about practicing self-discipline and learning from failure. Remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and managing them to live a fulfilled life. So take action and let your journey to self-improvement begin. We've explored the Stoic wisdom on taking action. Now it's your turn to put it into practice. The world of Stoicism is a vast and fascinating one, filled with insights that can transform your everyday life. It's not about reading or understanding these principles, but about living them, making them a part of who you are. Every morning when you rise, remember the Stoic lesson of accepting reality. Embrace the world as it is, not as you wish it to be, and as you move through your day, keep in mind the lesson of focusing on what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, these are your domain. They are the tools with which you shape your life. Value your time. It's the one resource you can never replenish. Spend it wisely. Invest it in activities that enrich your life and the lives of those around you. And when the going gets tough, when failure looms, remember the Stoics' embrace of adversity. It's not a setback, but a learning opportunity, a stepping stone on the path to success. Self-discipline, the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, is your ally. It's the force that keeps you grounded, that pushes you to persevere when you'd rather quit. It's the silent whisper that reminds you of your goals when distractions beckon. In the spirit of Stoic wisdom, we invite you to take these lessons to heart, to ponder them, to question them, and most importantly, to apply them. Make them a part of your daily routine, your decision-making process, your life. And while you're on this journey of self-improvement, we're here to accompany you, to help you delve deeper into the world of Stoicism and beyond. So don't forget to comment below, share your thoughts, your experiences, your challenges. We learn as much from you as you do from us. If you found value in this content, show your support by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, do subscribe. This way you'll keep up with all the enlightening content we have in store. Thank you for joining us on this journey into Stoicism. Remember, the power to take action lies within you. Until next time, stay strong and stay stoic.